Welcome back. It's now 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock-ish. Yeah, about. Let's see here. So as you can see, my exhaustion's down to like 0. My health's... It was maxed out. A flamethrower guy got me a little bit when I walked well, no, it wasn't even an infection guy. I was fighting a stabby dude, and the flamethrower was like, I'll help. I'm like, no, flamethrower guy. And so I took some damage from that. I should take an immunity thing before I get in trouble here. There we go. Anyway, I'm at Capella's place because I got this letter. Capella's letter. A remarkable guest has come to see me. She's asking about you. VO. It's like it almost feels intentionally confusing how she goes by the name Victoria Olgumskaya in her own letters, but it was still referred to as Capella. You've got the Inquisitor here.
The winter comes soon, I hope.
Why don't you speak to her? I cannot speak to you in her presence just like that. She's older, you know. I feel awkward. You are the mistress of the house. I'll speak to your guest first if you want.
There is an eternal order that fate itself has predetermined. It is due to this order that things happen the way they should, following a preordained path.
Who put the fires out? There is a sense of purpose, a hostile will to the act, and, most importantly, why? What happened? The signal fires were extinguished. At first I thought this was done to destroy my credibility in the commander's eyes, but the fires were lit when they came, so there has to be another reason. It will be portrayed as my criminal negligence anyway, but the outcome will be different. What do you mean? It is my duty to light the fires. It is within conventional regulations to light signal fires in case of an outbreak of a dangerous disease that can spread across open terrain. A standard measure, the breach of which is severely punished. Exceptionally severely, in my case. Why would fires be a nuisance to anyone? Why put them out then? Someone must have had something to gain from this. What are they for? The fires serve as a warning to those who might want to enter the town oblivious of an epidemic. It was perplexing to see the site have been prepared in advance, though. All I had to do was place warning flags. The fires had been lit for other purposes. Do you by any chance remember why? We could light them up again if that'd make you feel better. Oh, please be so kind. Capella says some enthusiasts are on it already. She is angry with me, which is really telling. What does the old Gimsky girl have to do with it? I came to speak to Vlad, and stopped by here, as you can see. Victoria informed me of the unpleasant news and asked if it was I who had sent her friend on a scouting mission. It wasn't. I wonder who it was. Why were you looking for Vlad? Wouldn't you like to find out what the deal with the termitary was? And by the way, who's an inquisitor here? You or I? I think I'm starting to get confused. Well, I mean, I do get a lot more done than you do. Really? I'll talk to Capella then.
Have you seen the cannon? They say you can hit to the moon with it.
Yes, that deal with the fires was a mess. Bad fortune seems to be at my heels, but it was most likely inevitable. It is always those who are a part of my design that end up in danger. It's all trivial, and I've got no one to turn to but you. And who are these parts of your design? Several kids. I told you before, and your father before that. The outcast children, those who didn't fit in the polyhedron, and those who have left it willingly. Taya Taichik, Notkin, Sticky, Murky, Grace, and one more boy, but we'll talk about him later. What do they have to do with the fires? The fires were put out. I don't really care about the fires themselves. In fact, I'm glad they're out. They made me feel terrified and made the town look truly doomed. Sticky is risking his life because of them now. What are they for, anyway? How is he risking his life? I don't know exactly. I think he and a friend of his were trying to catch that elusive albino by a fire. And now they want to light them up again in order to catch those who put them out. How can I find him? I don't know. Perhaps he is still at his home? Talk him out of going there. The fires will be lit without him just fine. I'll ask the bachelor to issue an order. Okay, I'll talk to him. Sticky sure loves looking for trouble. The story with the fire certainly does reek of some sinister plots and lots of spilled blood. Let's pay him a visit. Do I need to pay him a visit? I guess. Huh.
There is an eternal order that fate itself has predetermined. It is due to this order that things happen the way they should, following a preordained path.
Who would put the fires out? Or as our good friend Bachelor would say, Q prodest? I don't know Latin. I don't. So I'm a little surprised it's telling me to go to Sticky up there. It just doesn't strike me as the best plan. They said that Sticky... Sorry, yawn. They say that Sticky was going on a mission to deal with the fires. Why would I go to the opposite side of the map? I can quick save here, but it just seems like a bad plan to go to his house, which is on the other side of the city from the fires, which are all on the southern border. If he's on a mission to relight them, then he's going to be by the actual fires. Seems pretty logical. Cool, I've got a rat chasing me already, now this guy's going to throw a knife in my face. Gun guy, help. Help me with your guns. Help. I really should have gone in that house. Oh god. Excuse me, don't shoot me, please. Oh god. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Ah, it startled me. You can see me jump a little bit. It's fine, I'll just run all the way to Sticky's house like this. This is normal. He doesn't seem to be gaining on me, evidently. Ah, a store. That'll be open. Ta-da! Do you sell bandages? None of you ever sell bandages. Damn it. Got so many nonsense items in my inventory at this point that I don't think I'll ever get a chance to sell. Might as well fill them out. I mean, empty them out. Oh wait. The drugs. Yeah, get rid of the nonsense drugs. The yellow pill. Now we're conveniently right next to Sticky. That went alright. This should be the back of his house right here. Nope. Next one down. Hi, dogs? Oopsie daisy, you're not who we were expecting. We can't take you on. Have you seen Sticky around, sir? What? Are you gonna attack him? No, I haven't. I'd like to know what you're doing here, though. He wants to crab our game. We're working and he's unworking it back. Doesn't matter. There are good men guarding the fires who hate them soul and a halves. They just gotta stop crowding Earth and go guard the one on the other side of the river. They won't listen to us. Maybe you could tell them. Sticky, that rascal. So you're waiting for him here? Yeah, I mean, we could go to the cemetery. That's where he's always meeting with them soul and a halves. Someone's gotta be there. Or should we just wait a bit more? They actually could give us a thrashing. Kids like you get a thrashing sooner or later anyway, and a big one. Snoopy could be snooping around somewhere around here, unless the poison town's already grounded that rascal to dust. Ah! Well, I'm under attack. Children are attacking me. Alright. Was I locked in here a moment ago, or what? What was that sound? I didn't take a reputation hit. What the hell? Oh, ammo. Some nice child-sized organs for my inventory. Ah, they punched me hard. That was an ouchie. Okay. Don't mind me, just a child murderer. Bye-bye. I gotta keep these factions straight. So we have the soul and a halves and the dog heads. The dog heads are all from the polyhedral. The polyhedron. They work for Khan. The soul and a halves work for Notkin. So Sticky works for Notkin. Which is a little confusing because I thought that Sticky wasn't getting along with Notkin's group either before. Because didn't Sticky send me on a mission to remove Notkin's weapons? I thought that was the soul and a halves, not the dog heads. It seems like Sticky might be specifically interested in foiling the plans of both of the children factions whenever they try to arm themselves, basically. Although I don't know if he's really thinking about it that much, because I think that, if I remember correctly, when it came to the soul and a half, Sticky was just being petty. Like, they didn't want to bring him along, so he wanted to fuck up their plans because they were excluding him, basically. As I thought what he kind of said. It's been a little bit since then. I forgot about that one a little bit. That was one of the only quests I've done with the kids mid-campaign, really. That was a weird escort mission. Oh no. Should I expect something like that? With the signal fires? Come to think of it, this is the same stretch of land where that escort mission took place. Guess it makes sense, it is the graveyard. Are you gonna be the same kid as last time? It's now 8 o'clock. We have 4 hours. Oi, Ripper, I'm Stump, remember me? Are you guys making fires here? How about I tag along? You! That'd be so cool. We don't have no fuel, but I can do it with a self-made lighter. You'll see how great I am with flint and steel. Come with me. It's safer with you along. Perhaps we'll even find Sticky. I'll go first, you keep behind me. You never know. Signal. Oh yeah, all along the outside border. So we're just gonna go running along the outside. Okay. Sounds like a good time to make another manual save. I'm doing a lot of those today, apparently. Follow me. Be careful. Avoid those guys. This will be so. Not only is it an escort quest, it's the same kid again. Oh, he's slow. I believe this is the exact same kid that we did last time with the escort quest. Even in the same region, but this time instead of going to that one building and then fighting my way past the plague or whatever happened, now I'm going this way. Into the really out in the middle of nowhere parts of the map. Alright, are you the guy? Wait, so are worms putting out the fire? Okay. You really have to aim down there to fight a child. This is what we've come to, huh? You know, I thought you were gonna be best friends with the kids, with all the children. Not mass murdering. Coffee! It's like you knew what I went through today. Where's the other body? Where'd the kid go? Is that the kid? No, it's just the arm of that guy. Maybe the kid fell inside one of them because he's smaller. I don't see his body. I don't see two bodies. Alright. Anyway, you coming this way? No? I guess I gotta tell you to light it from here. Light it. Wipe your nose. Oh, you're gonna go in slow motion, huh? That's what we're doing today? This is what's come to? I think this game might have only given me one quest today because it knew that I was gonna sleep after the exhaustion thing happened. Alright, so we're just gonna run all the way across this landscape and fight 4 groups of enemies, I guess. If he's auto-following. So not only did they specifically put out the fires, they went out of their way to... I keep forgetting about that. I keep forgetting about the voice. Not only did they put out the fires, but they're guarding the fires. They specifically find it important to keep them not lit. Yet, perhaps strangest of all, no one knew that going in? He'll catch up eventually. Like, you would have thought that somebody would have been like, oh yeah, they're the ones that are making us not light the fires. What? Oh god. Hi guys. What the fuck? What is happening? No! Get away from the kid. What is happening? What the fuck is happening? Why are they behaving so strangely? Ow! What? That was really weird. Is it so dark right now? That might be it. We're not in town. There's no light sources around here. Is it currently so dark that the game doesn't recognize, like, the game's, like, stealth mechanics are cropping up? I mean, I guess I'll trade for some organs. I mean, trade. Oh wait, I can't trade. I already got all your stuff, I think. Unless it refreshes midday? That was weird how they were, like, ducking down mid-fight and, like, abandoning the fight. In particular, yeah, I've already got all of his stuff. In particular, I found it strange because historically in this game, nobody loses aggro in this game ever. If somebody aggro's on you, they'll chase you forever. And if they aggro on somebody else, then they'll chase that guy forever. Fuck, not that guy. Let's do rifle. Gotta deal with you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just some dude? Weird. Why is he allied? Is it your dad? Is that your dad, dude? I just want to point out, these kids show more knowledge of how to fight than, like, every other character. They actually duck and weave and try to avoid your attacks. it's really weird to look at because no other enemy thinks that much. Didn't I fight 3 of them? It is so hard to find bodies in this grass. There you go. Oh, that's a schmouter. That's my first schmouter. Just randomly in this quest? Okay. Why not, I guess. I took a hit back there. We'll see, I might not need to heal. Only 1 left. Might not need to heal unless it's a very hard thing. It's interesting to see them paying attention all of a sudden to this idea of, like, enemy diversity. Like, every location, like, ooh, I see you. Click. Every enemy every fire I've gone to has had a different grouping of enemies at it, which is really unusual. This game will gladly send me into a dungeon where I fight the same knife guy like 10 times. Including that time the Bachelor had to do that exact thing. But each of these fires has a different grouping of enemies guarding each one. Which does make the gameplay more interesting, although it raises some questions about what the hell's up with these characters. Like, what is this grouping here, right? We have dog heads. This one's 3 dog heads, that'll be easy. Like, this one's 3 dog heads. But the other one had a worm at it? And then like, we currently have an organization where a worm is allied with one of the noblemen from the Cane Island. And then they're with looters, the stabby guys. And also, one of the guys that loots the houses. All with dog heads and worms. Ah. These small children can really punch. It's impressive. Light that fire. Let's get this done. Hunger again, huh? There we go. I have so much food. That comes with the looting too, is that you get so much food for, like, some of this meat I traded for, obviously. With my, the remains of people's I was killing, but like I have 67,000, I keep getting more food. I haven't really been having to buy food, actually, because I'll just walk into a random house and that house will happen to give me, like, bread and fish all in one house sometimes. Sticky's nowhere to be seen. He must have lit the fires in the stone yard in knots and come back home. If he hasn't been snuffed out. Of course, I wonder what the unsnuffed out lad sniffed out. Okay, I'll go to Sticky's place then. See you. Goodbye. Every bonfire's been lit. Anyone who travels from the steppe tonight will see the signal fires. Sticky must have returned home by now. I should let him know. Well, we only have 2 hours until midnight. Huh. This has quickly turned into a day where I'm actually kind of short on time. Although, I did spend 8 hours sleeping today, which is a weird number for me. The usual 4 hours in the morning, and then 4 hours again in the evening. I'm actually going to be running a little bit late in the day, in the transition to tomorrow. And then I have to run all the way to Sticky, then probably all the way to the Inquisitor. And it'll practically be midnight by the time I even get a chance to sleep. That said, I don't really feel like I'm wanting for resources mostly. So, not getting as much raiding done as I could is not that big of a deal, necessarily. Got him. Thankfully, you have time to reload while you're waiting for the guy to slowly, dramatically die. Man, he's really milking it for that Oscar. More organs for the organ pile. I'm sorry, did I just watch that guy kill he just killed a drunk. Why'd he kill the drunk? Punch that rat. Punch him dead. Where's that guy running to? Oh, I guess you guys got him. Dude, they're dead. Chill. Are you okay? Ooh, he's got a bandage on him. That means he wasn't killed by the flamethrower guy. As I loot the organs from the burning corpses. They're still good. Haha. Where'd the rat go? I was already. Ooh, more meat. God damn. They really want to give me resources. One of my strategies now is when I face a rat, I try to walk forward while I'm punching it. That helps make sure I close the gap. Because I have definitely encountered the fact that the rats just straight up have longer range. The rats have longer range than me. It's bizarre. Also, they've two-shot me before. I don't really know how. That was a confusing encounter. I've encountered a rat that immediately murdered me, and I was like, how did you kill me? Oh no, the bloody twire is taking up a slot. I'll have to survive. Do I have... I don't have water for that guy. Oh well, up to Notkin. I'll deal with my inventory in a bit. But I encountered a rat, and as far as I could tell, I was not infected. And I believe I had, full health, or at least enough health that it wasn't showing up on the screen. And somehow the rat, like, hit me twice and I died, and I genuinely didn't know what happened. It might have been that I got killed by a flamethrower guy without noticing or something, but yeah. There's been some confusing deaths. But yeah, I'm trying to move forward when I punch the rats, because they have a bigger hitbox than me, so I have to be walking forward so I can make sure I hit them. It's kind of working. Didn't know it would happen, but here we are 50 hours in, iterating on my rat punching technique. It's that kind of game. It's that kind of weird-ass game. So the things I accomplished today, basically, is I asked the Bachelor a question, and I lit 4 signal fires that were unlit. That's more or less the accomplishments of our 24-hour cycle. In one of the last days of the game, like this is 9, there's 10 and 11 are all that's left, not counting 12, which is the ending basically. It's like the BioWare game farewell tour where you talk to everybody one last time, and then the ending. Maybe not even entirely that, honestly. It's more like you just, it's like a last chance to cure people if you want to. Okay, I need to deal with the fact that there's too many balls just to skip on. Get rid of the necklace. The shitty one. Stop! Don't go any further, there's an ambush! An ambush? Are you referring to yourself? Nope. There are Khan's dogheads up ahead. Forget their rage, they're merciless. They'll shoot you where you stand. Where's Sticky? He must have found out about the ambush, sneaked up on them or something. I don't know where he is. Hiding in someone's place, perhaps. Who would let him in, though? Everyone's scared. Okay, I'll find him. Sticky is still away. I have to inform Capella of these worrying developments. Are the dogheads still in there? Nope, it's locked. Quite the ambush you got there, dogheads, with the locked door that you can't go through. I guess it's Sticky's door, so if it's locked, he knows how to open it. They're trying to avoid the previous problem. Ooh, can I afford cool military clothes? Not the place to know, because you just sell the generic stuff. Oh, well. I don't usually get a chance to sell these things, so I'm just trying to get them out of my inventory. Because I'd rather not have them fill it up constantly. We're also late enough in the game that a lot of stuff just doesn't matter as much anymore, to be honest. I've more or less won. I have to play out the story, but resource-wise, I'm feeling pretty good. I almost feel like maybe the, was there a difficulty setting in this game at all? Curious. I don't think there was. No, these are all visual settings. I don't remember there being a difficulty setting. In fact, I think the character you choose is the equivalent of the difficulty setting to some extent from left to right. But I feel like they could almost use a difficulty thing where as you go from character to character, the game gets harder. Because the more you know about this game, the easier it is to succeed at it, even with the additional variables I have to deal with as when I'm playing as the Haruspex compared to the Bachelor. I was able to pretty ably account for everything. The thing that comes to mind is that this game does remind me somewhat of another game I was playing at the same time as it, which you guys will remember from early in the playthrough because it had the E/F interact problem. I was playing Prey Moon Crash, which was very fun, and I have my own issues with that game's design for a number of reasons, which you can get into by watching Prey Moon Crash, because there's really weird design choices in that game that I'm not fond of. But overall it was really cool. And this game, I'm gonna see if I can buy nuts, just because it might lead to matters. I don't think I've checked here recently. Like in Prey Moon Crash, as you proceed through the game and unlock more characters and complete more objectives, the game gets both more difficult and more mechanically complex. They keep layering more and more things onto the overall experience. And I feel like this game might benefit from that kind of layering, because I definitely get a certain sense of like there's only so much to it. Like, it's not the worst design overall, but they expect you to play it for like 70 hours, I want to say, or something crazy like that. And by the time you're that far in, you just start to get the hang of how to survive in this world. And especially now that I'm looting houses and stuff, I'm like, oh, cool. I just have a billion things all the time, and I'm doing pretty fine for myself overall. It just feels like the game compensating by getting harder might make some sense. Although I'm not entirely sure what its current systems would even do to allow that kind of change. Hey, you. It's okay, it's just you just watched me one-shot that other guy, but you better just come in here and try to get me, see how it goes. The amount of reward you can get sometimes is surprising to me. But yeah, I've been spending all these nights like trying so hard to manage my resources because I'm worried about how it's going to turn out. And then I'm kind of just finding that I'm not really that much of a threat. Oh, right, because I slept already today. My exhaustion's just not very high. I'll probably just take a coffee and power through. Yeah, I probably won't have a sleep cycle tonight. That makes up for things a bit.
I hope they won't touch our tower.
Ah, you're back. We've been talking about you. So, how'd it go? There you are. I've been looking all over for you. They ambushed me in my place. Have you been there? I have. Saw a bunch of chickens. Why are they so scared? Well, I'm not just some bloke, as it turns out. Got a place in Capella's master plan, see? I'll start taking things on when she turns into the White Mistress. First I'll become the head of intelligence, but then... Oh man. Oh man, what? I can't tell you yet. Don't count your chickens before they hatched. Ever heard that saying? I have. Oh, she's done.
What?
You, I mean, like, thank you. Sorry you had to run errands. Take care, you not just some bloke.
Bachelor is supplying children with guns. That's impossible.
That's impossible? Is that what you said? Why is it impossible to give children guns? Are they gonna say like, that's immoral, or that's a bad idea, or some other judgment call, but you're like, that's impossible. I'm like, that's a... Did I hear that right? But also he didn't. Well, he did. He literally supplied them with guns, but not ammo, basically. I'm very worried about Dad. Has Sticky been here long? Seems like I've been running errands for nothing. He's only just come. You were not running errands, and definitely not for nothing. Had the people you defeated survived, they would have joined the ambush. Now, I think the dogheads will go away when they realize there's nothing to see and do. Is that so? The soldiers are all over the place now. They won't risk staying in town for too long, but will rather return to the polyhedron. I'm so thankful for you helping Sticky out. You will have my gratitude, Warden. You're welcome. Is that the end of that? Why would anyone want the signal fires extinguished? I won't be able to tell until I know exactly for whom these fires were lit. Someone is watching us from deep within the steppe, but who? Could it be that the real Shabnak comes to town each night to cover the windows of the houses she has chosen in pestilent Greece? Wow. Kind of just taking some unrelated leaps, aren't we, Haruspex? Today has felt sloppy, I'm gonna say that. The bonfire quest was fine, as far as the actual gameplay part. It was like, oh look, there's some enemy variety and different stuff going on. It has some implications. But during both the main quest and this quest, it feels like characters just said weird random things in some cases. Like, of all things, why am I randomly talking about the Shabnak Adir? Of all things. That just feels like a weird leap in that last sentence. And there was other stuff going on with the dialogue with the foreman where I'm like, what are you saying? I don't know. We'll see tomorrow.